on we go. And now I know for sure how we keep it on the low. The story that is never.
Welcome back to the show, guys. This is Soccer Talk TV. By the way, I just want to give a special thanks to everyone who viewed, who subscribed, who shared our the first episode of the show. A big shout out to you guys. We appreciate it so much. We didn't even expect that much feedback from you guys. So from everyone in studio, we say a big thank you to you guys. So yeah, as you can see, we have our usual suspects here. On my left here, please introduce yourself.
Yo, what up, guys? Aubrey, aka Tallest Bree.
Tallest Bree, and then on my right here we have
Charlie.
Ashu. All right, guys. Thank you so much. So I think firstly I'd like us to start by saying, from everyone in the studio, we say no to racism. Like the the views, the side, the things we saw through the whole Euros by mostly the English fans and all, it was quite diminishing. So I don't know if you guys have any take on that.
For me personally, it was terrible. I remember when England won their game against, which team was it? Denmark.
Yeah.
And Sterling got a penalty. After the match, he was worshipped by fans.
So-called fans.
So-called fans. Then came the finals, and three black players, young players, not even old, young black players stood up, brave, and decided to take penalties. They missed it, but the fact that they were able to
No
go and
argument.
take it alone.
I saw the clip where Southgate was going to each of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You are gonna take
They were ready.
There was
They
no
were
argument.
ready.
They were ready to take the penalty.
They were ready. And for me personally, what happened should tell us that it's been in the game in England. It was there. It was there.
Yeah, we
Even
saw
though
it many times
yeah,
during the last season.
black players were doing well. That's why it wasn't coming out.
Exactly.
So this was like, I feel like this happened for a reason, so we can see how big racism is in English football.
Exactly.
And it only didn't happen in the tournament. Throughout the whole of last season, we were going through this.
Yeah, we were
and
going
it's
through
terrible.
this many times. Premier League having to change the logo.
It's terrible.
Black and white.
It's terrible.
Also having the Prime Minister of England
Condemning it.
and
It's
saying
bad.
that people can boo players taking the knee.
Taking
What
the
is
knee,
that?
it's
How
very
does
bad.
yeah, as a country, if your Prime Minister is saying that you can boo, it's okay to boo. What does that say? It says a lot.
It's
It
very
really
bad.
says a lot.
It's
And
very bad.
yeah, it really questions the unity in which England, is it unity when we are winning and then no unity when we are losing? You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's no two ways about it.
Exactly.
So are people pretending?
Football represents love.
Exactly.
Football brings countries, brings all
People
kind of
together.
people
Exactly.
together, So football is an emblem of peace.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
love
It is.
from
It
people
is.
all over the world.
It is.
So from every one of us, we condemn racism in every shape and form, and we just like to say no to racism. Point
Say no
blank.
to racism.
Say no to racism.
So on our next agenda, I think we'll head into the finals, right? I think no one predicted what the penalty shootout, right?
No.
No.
In my defense, I did kind of predict that it would be 3-2, just not in the game, but via penalties. But technically, I was the closest, if I'm to say that. I don't think anyone.
No, but you still lose your bet if it was.
Yeah, but we're not betting. I mean, we're predicting, which is technically not
You
betting.
still lose your bet.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't bet.
So, player of the tournament, Gianluigi Donnarumma, 22-year-old free agent from AC Milan, free agent during the whole Euros and got signed by PSG. So, congrats to him. His market value was about
65 million. Yeah, that's a very good player, really.
So, congrats to Italy, by the way. I think, neutrally speaking, England didn't do so bad. They put in the effort.
Like this whole thing of it's coming home, it was a very big problem.
Yeah.
I mean, England
For
could
the
have
world.
won this tournament easily because almost all their matches they played it at home.
Yeah.
That's why it was
Home
kind of
advantage.
6 out of
Home advantage.
6 out of 7 matches, if
seven,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah.
It's only one match they played in Rome.
Yeah.
I think against Ukraine. That was like the only match.
Yeah.
So for Italy to go to England, to go to Wembley, when they go down to come back and win the tournament, that says a lot about that Italian team.
Exactly.
Big ups to them. They did very
The
well.
defense.
They did
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah, I feel like
Did very well.
as people have been saying that Italy team has been in the build. It has been built.
Yeah.
So that
Since-
coach really did like the combination of the midfield,
Yeah.
Verratti, Jorginho, the
Mm.
combination of the backline,
Yeah.
Benucci and Chiellini.
The forward.
That has been in the works for some time. So those partnership is really dangerous.
Mhm.
And then now Donnarumma. Ah man, I mean
That's a good keeper.
that's a very good keeper.
That's a good keeper.
That's a very good keeper.
And then congratulations to Argentina for winning the Copa America.
Exactly.
Big ups to
Again,
Messi.
Again, I was the only one who predicted Argentina would win.
Did you say Argentina will win?
I did. Everyone said Brazil, Brazil,
We
Brazil.
accused him of being a Messi fanboy also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me personally, I didn't think they had a chance.
Oh,
I never dreamt of that happening.
okay.
I never.
Yeah.
So surprised
I did
when
follow
I saw
up
the
every match.
results.
Yeah, the squad has really
It was
yeah.
bad.
Their squad has been poor, but this Copa, they really built their
No,
squad. They
yeah,
actually removed players who are well-known names. You know, Dybala, all these players. They actually use players who are actually performing.
No, but right now they have a very good player in Inter.
Yeah.
Martinez.
Martinez
is very
yeah,
good.
there's Martinez. Yeah,
Martinez is very good.
yeah.
Now, well, shout out to Argentina. They
Yeah,
really
yeah.
tried. I wasn't expecting that.
So as for Brazil, what's next for players like Neymar? You know
Ah.
the big names of
Yeah.
Brazil. You know he's 30 years now, but if Messi is winning at the age of 34, so I don't think it's too late for his. his
I don't really know what to say
they came really
about
close.
Neymar.
They came really close.
Personally, Brazil is a team where it relies on one player. Brazil had a star. It had a star team. They had Vinicius, there's Firmino, then Coutinho.
Firmino was even on bench.
Yeah, Vinicius was on the bench. Then Richardson.
They have a lot of players.
They had a lot of players. They were like England. They were like England.
Yeah, like
Basically, they were like
England.
England. You know. So for me, Brazil, they're going forward. They need to focus less on Neymar and focus more on building the
On
team.
other
Because their
players.
youngsters
Other
are the future, and they're very
Of
good youngsters who are performing at top class for for clubs. So I don't understand why focus on one player when you can rather focus on players like Vinicius, Gabriel Jesus can
Yeah.
still be added on that
Johnson
team.
and
others.
You understand?
Yeah.
Those are players who are
Johnson and
performing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm really disappointed in Neymar. I was expecting them to win Copa, and I was also expecting him to be a candidate in Ballon d'Or.
Okay.
But then after losing in Copa finals, I don't think he will make the list. He might make the list for top 10, but in terms of top 3, I don't think he'll be part.
Yeah, for me personally, I don't even think he should be regarded even in the top 5. Because
No, not top
first
five.
of all, PSG didn't even win the league. He didn't
They-
win the Copa. He couldn't even win the UEFA.
So
there is no way.
Neymar didn't win
Yeah.
any major
He didn't win
So,
any major
so
trophy.
That's terrible.
who is most likely? Who do we see as the if Ballon d'Or is still taking people's lives serious? Who do we see as top? Let's say top 3 or top 5 who would be considered for the Ballon d'Or trophy.
before Copa finals, Messi was never in my top 3. But after winning it,
Surely he'll make the.
I think he
he'll
will
squeeze
definitely,
in
they will
the-
definitely
yeah.
squeeze him.
Yeah, there's
They will
Ronaldo,
definitely
75 chance.
Ronaldo, there's a Ronaldo.
Ah,
Because
Ronaldo,
of-
nah, I
because
don't
of the-
think so.
yeah,
I
that's
don't think
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo will win.
Especially also Ronaldo. Never, they didn't win the league with Juventus.
Yeah, they didn't win the league. They didn't do
They didn't
anything
win.
in Champions
They
League.
didn't win the Champions League. They didn't win the Euro.
So I think Messi has a big chance of
It's
winning.
yeah, for me it's Lewandowski because of
Lewandowski
the
won't
goals,
win
the
it.
goals, maybe mostly the goals.
What did he do in Euros?
He didn't do anything, but the
Exactly.
goals, the goals also speak a lot. They give you that extra boost because he actually literally did score how many goals? Is it 40
Wow.
something? 41.
Wasn't he injured?
Exactly.
During, he
He
got
was
injured.
injured.
So
Exactly. He
for me
got
personally,
Is it?
Lewandowski, I don't see him winning.
Yeah.
After Copa,
For
I
me
hate to say
personally,
this. I don't hate Messi, but after Copa,
yeah, realistically,
definitely.
consider Messi.
But for me personally, I think the Chelsea players should take it. No, once again,
for me,
not
if it's
because
Chelsea,
I'm a
if it's
Chelsea fan.
yeah, if it's Chelsea, I would personally feel like they should give it to Kente or Jorginho.
No, Jorginho deserves it. He won. He's Champions League hero twice with the nation and with club. I think Jorginho deserves it.
Yeah.
Do we think?
But they won't give Jorginho, of course.
Yeah. Do we think? I don't think Ballon d'Or they look that far. Like these people, I don't know the people who, yeah.
No, but they do
Because-
because there are players like Modric who have won it before. There are players like Toni Kroos who have gotten close. Players like Iniesta, Xavi before who have gotten close. So,
But then
I wouldn't disregard
most
it.
of them got dropped. Don't
Yeah,
forget, most of them
Yeah,
got
but we didn't go
dropped.
there yet. Let's not
Most of them got
fast.
dropped.
Let's focus on current
Yeah,
situation.
current situation.
Messi is gonna take it because in the Copa he
He
was
will
the
give
top
it to
goal
Messi.
scorer, 4, top assist, 5,
Was
2 free kicks scored,
Okay.
and then what else? He literally create goal creation,
Goal contribution.
Yeah, goal contribution 13
Wow.
out of all the goals they scored. So
That's-
for
that's
me,
huge.
yeah, and also the men of the match, 11 men of the match. Is it 11? I think 11 men of
I'm
the
not
match.
sure. I didn't
Yeah,
really watch much.
exactly. I was literally following Copa all the way. I like his performance.
But let's not forget Man City players though. People like Gundogan and De Bruyne, they really stepped up.
But on the big stage, they disappear. A player who's going to be considered for Ballon d'Or must not disappear on the big stage.
People like Bruno.
People like Bruno disappeared completely.
No, but Bruno was never.
He was like
going
a
to win
ghost
Ballon
for
d'Or.
Portugal.
Let's not even talk about Bruno. He won't even make top 10. They already got eliminated.
Or one
in
player
group
we
stage.
can
Let's
also
leave
is
Bruno out.
maybe Edward.
I think Gundogan,
Of
if
Chelsea.
Yeah,
German,
Because
is
he had
far.
a brilliant season.
He was
He
definitely
was their save, yeah, actually.
contestant.
Because
They-
what
when I
Kepa
was-
was
one
doing,
way.
I
Look
don't
how-
think-
Let's not forget-
everyone we can all agree, yeah, what Kepa was doing was just.
I don't know what is wrong with Kepa. Because from what I know, before we signed Kepa from Atletico, he was probably one of the best keepers in Spain. That's why we spent 75 million on him.
Kepa is still the most expensive player in Premier League, right?
Keeper.
I mean, keeper, yeah.
Keeper one.
So the fact that we wasted so much money for him only to get this as a result was terrible.
Would you even be able to sell him? Would Chelsea be able to sell him?
Yeah, we can sell him, but not for 75 million.
Obviously.
Probably maybe 30 million.
45.
Even
45
Pogba
is
is
even too
valued
much.
at Pogba is valued at 50 million now.
50
Really?
million.
Yeah, it's
Even
valued-
with the wonderful season we had,
It's valued at
the
50.
Euros. Wow.
It's valued at 50.
Yeah, so with Mendy, he really deserves to be part of that team
Yeah.
because when you look at last season's stats for EPL,
Yeah.
he had the second most clean sheets, right behind the Man City keeper.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Edison.
Edison.
Yeah.
And then in Champions League, he had most clean sheets, so he definitely deserves to be there.
Exactly.
And for me personally, we won the Champions League because of him.
Yeah.
He was like the mastermind.
Yeah,
behind
no,
it.
Chelsea had a few players who were, fundamental to how you guys won.
Yeah,
Keeper,
definitely.
midfield.
So that's it. I think his odds are a bit low being black and all.
Of course.
Nah, but
Yes,
has been black just because he's a goalkeeper.
Of course, but then
Yeah, and being a goalkeeper.
he won't be the first black person to win Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
if
but
he
in,
was
this,
to win
in
it.
these times, honestly.
Yeah, of course.
So I think that's enough about Ballon d'Or. So let's talk about the season is almost starting. We've had a couple of pre-season matches from all over the league. Ashraf Hakimi has bagged an assist, by the way,
Oh, that's nice.
in PSG. Even though Twitter people are saying it's against part-time footballers.
Obviously, no.
What do they mean by the player part-time?
I don't understand how
that's
he
a
plays the player.
We're playing
Yeah.
part-time
Oh,
footballers. Yeah.
Which team was that?
I don't remember. I'll look it up.
Okay.
We'll put it in there. Though one team that wasn't playing part-time footballers were Arsenal though, and they still couldn't.
Yeah, we know Arsenal guys. We
I
all
think
know Arsenal.
it was
guys.
shambles. It was
Shambolic.
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 Man United have a game tomorrow against Derby County,
Yeah.
2 p.m. Central African time.
Yeah, we'll play my young boys.
Yeah. So I'd like to discuss some of the signings that we've heard of or that are coming up. Signings like Hakimi. What do we feel like Hakimi brings to the PSG team that wasn't there already? What position would he be playing, by the way?
He's a right back.
Yeah, right back.
He's a right back.
yeah,
So he'll be replacing Bernat for the PSG. Which
what happened to Bernardo?
He was.
Is he leaving the club or what?
He's still gonna be there.
He's still gonna be there.
He's still gonna be there.
That's
But
the
now,
problem with PSG.
would you prefer Hakimi, who is technically better in crossing, better in terms of pace? And then there's
Technical
Bernardo.
awareness.
Yeah, you see, Bernardo, to be honest, only offers that defensive side of the right back position.
Just like Wan-Bissaka,
Exactly.
I suppose.
Yeah, but he can at least hold.
So what about Ramos? What was the goal behind the Ramos signing?
I don't understand
Because they just let Silva go. So I don't know. You signed another oldie. Let me
I
call
mean-
them oldies.
To me personally, Ramos going to PSG was not more to say that PSG let go of the oldie and then they signed an oldie. It was more of the contract negotiation with Real Madrid. That wherever that clash went, that caused Ramos to leave. So obviously the next club you want to go to is a big club where they're gonna offer you big money, which is PSG.
But why?
No, but that's not what we are saying.
Why?
What we are saying is PSG decided to let go of Silva
Yeah,
Due to age.
only to sign.
Ramos.
Someone.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but for me, it's not based on tactics.
What is
It's
it?
rather based on money and opportunity.
For
And
who?
what?
PSG.
How?
Yeah, because Ramos does bring that experience as much as
Silva was
he's a big
bringing
player.
it.
Exactly.
Silva went to Chelsea and won the Champions League.
Yeah.
So, what is it
And
that
I'm saying that in this
Ramos has
position-
that Silva doesn't have?
PSG
They
letting
played the same
Thiago
position.
Silva go was also the same thing with contracts and also saying that we want what? Fresh blood.
Wow.
The PSG signing Ramos was them saying that they want a big player, which is Ramos, big name, and also opportunities contract with Real Madrid. Because I don't see Ramos going anywhere else besides PSG because of also you have to also look at the language barrier. That
Yeah.
also plays a
Yeah,
big part
yeah.
with these Spanish players. That language barrier, they can still, because I think in France they can still accommodate Spanish and
But
yeah.
well, that's
But
PSG
well,
for
that's
you.
PSG for you.
That's PSG for you.
They
So-
wanna buy the whole league.
It's PSG.
What's the latest on this Barca crisis even with Messi, Griezmann? You know, they're in a bit of a conundrum.
Serious crisis.
Not to
Yeah.
say.
Serious crisis.
Yeah, the thing is, you see now, a team like Barcelona, why it's such a big debt. You see, when players like Griezmann are being bought for 120, you then suspect is a team like that in correlation with Atletico Madrid. If you look at it, why is it right? Griezmann was bought for 120. Then now they want to switch and get Saul and money and do a swap deal for Griezmann to go back to Atletico Madrid.
Wow.
How does that play out? You see, then they want money. They still want money. They want Saul and money.
I don't even have a problem with buying Griezmann. My problem was the wage side. Griezmann was getting 800,
Yeah,
was it euros a week?
a week.
That's
800
madness.
Exactly.
800 euros a week. In England, I think our highest earned player is getting around 300, 350. Nobody's getting 400 in England right now. I don't think anybody's getting 400. And then to think of Barca giving Griezmann 800 and Messi 1 million a week, that's madness. That's
But for Messi,
crazy.
I understand because the
No,
merch,
Messi
the
is
merch,
fine.
yeah,
But Griezmann, why would you pay?
it didn't make sense.
Chelsea is not even paying. Who's our best player so far?
Kante.
None of our
I
Kante
don't
gets
even Kante.
less than 300.
But
Pulisic gets less than 300. Our highest paid player right now in Chelsea is Havertz, and he's getting 300 a week. That's way behind 800. So that's madness.
Speaking of Chelsea, even I've heard rumors that it's like they're looking to sign Lukaku back
Yeah.
to Chelsea.
Now Lukaku's not going anywhere.
Well,
His agent
he
said
was.
on holiday.
Yes. Well, he was not going anywhere.
What would you want if you're playing? If your agent says he's on holiday.
Yes, he
That's
is
all.
on holiday.
That's all. So
But
he didn't.
remember, Tuchel spoke to Lukaku about Chelsea, and so far, before they spoke, the deal was not going to happen. But after they spoke to each other, I think there's a possibility of that happening if the Haaland deal fails. But then here lies the problem. We want to buy Haaland first before we let go of Abraham. But then if we buy Haaland now, any other team that wants Abraham will know that now they are desperate. We want Abraham to go because right now we have 3 strikers. So whatever wage that we were asking for Abraham will drop. So now there's a bit confusion.
I heard there's been links between Abraham and Arsenal.
And West Ham as well. West Ham as well. For me personally, I think you should go and find.
Yeah, you should.
I think you should go to West Ham, especially if the Lingard situation. If Lingard stays with West Ham, if they're able to pay the money or there's some swap deal that goes on, West Ham would really.
West Ham. Yeah.
He do well at West Ham.
Yeah.
But I think Abraham would prefer to rather. Why would you rather go back to Aston Villa?
Nah, I think Villa there's too many players also.
Aston Villa they're doing very well, and their striker is Ahly is doing very well. Aston Villa. Yeah, he's great, phenomenal season, first season.
But now Grealish is going.
No, but then Ahly is a striker, Abraham is a striker.
Yeah.
It has not, so they will probably have to buy a winger.
Yeah,
but then we're not even sure yet because the Grealish deal is it really coming to life?
These are rumors, guys.
We're not sure yet if
There's
Man City will
speculation,
definitely buy.
but I know officially Man City did propose a bid for.
So
100 million.
If
That's a lot of money.
okay, though I had Dortmund rejected their offer. Right?
Chelsea.
Yes, they
So
did.
if you pursue Lukaku, so what's happening with the Werner situation?
Werner will still be there. Werner will definitely still be there. Because looking at Tuchel, I think he'll play Werner on the wings.
I don't
Because
think
he's
so.
fast. Werner
Yeah,
is
he's
very
fast, but he wants that striker position. He
Exactly.
wants
But
to
then
be
we just have to wait and
prolific
find
It's more about now fighting for position. Because now Pulisic.
But do
nobody
you
can
really
Pulisic.
think? Do you really
Pulisic
think
don't go
Lukaku
anywhere.
wants?
Yeah.
Do you really think Lukaku wants to leave in
This season, no. it's not
Inter to come?
Remember
and
after
be
they
sharing position
after they won the league, remember what he
with
said?
someone in Chelsea? I don't think so.
No, it's not gonna happen.
But no, Conte is not there.
Yeah, Conte is
Yeah.
not there.
Conte
That's
is
a
not
big
there,
deal
which
also.
is a huge boost for
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I don't have a problem with Werner. I just think Werner. He's a good player. From my view, he's very fast, which I like. I love his pace.
Yeah.
But the only problem
We
is
all love
when
his
he
pace.
cross
Yeah.
balls into the pole, he can't head the ball.
Yeah. I think,
That's why we need a taller striker
I think we can
to
go
head
with
in
that.
our goals for us.
Yeah, the Fernando Torres case.
Yeah, so we need someone with like tall
Yeah.
to give us those headers.
Abraham, yeah, but you see now he has neutralized Abraham to his full.
No, Abraham
I like
Abraham is like Lukaku. When we give him the chance in Chelsea, he doesn't really do much. But when he goes out, he bangs in goals. But when he's at Chelsea, because there's so much competition, he doesn't give his best, Which I feel bad because that's someone I want to succeed at Chelsea. He's been with us since he was a kid. All these youngsters who are now playing in the senior team were at Chelsea when they were young. So it's only fair to give him a fair chance. But you know how it is with big teams. When you're
Especially
not,
with Chelsea.
when you're not giving us what we want, we'll go out
Chelsea
there.
has that problem.
Yeah, of course.
Where you guys have good players, but you can't use them. And then
We
when
have
they go
so
out-
many players. We have so
Yes, I can guarantee you if Kurt Zuma were to leave now Chelsea, he'd become a better defender.
I don't think he's gonna leave. Even Christensen. I think our team is set for like the next 10 years. They should just give us the Champions League.
Not in the modern day
From
football.
now to-
Not in the modern day football.
From now
Forget-
to no serious. From
Forget
now
that
to
day.
maybe 2029.
Forget that day.
I hear what you
For
say.
the Champions League.
He's counting his champions.
Forget that day.
If Chelsea should get Haaland, we are winning the league.
You're not getting
Yeah,
Haaland.
yeah, yeah.
Well, not now.
Yeah, no,
Not now.
look, the reason why we want to get Haaland now is because if we don't get Haaland now, whilst the price is still high, next season it's gonna be divided by 2.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams will come for him.
Obviously.
And the challenge will be hard, the competition will get hard.
Yeah.
So it's better to get him now than wait. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And he wants to come to Chelsea, which is a bonus for us. So we still have to wait and see how it goes.
So the Sancho deal for Man United, the Sancho deal is complete.
Just waiting for the announcement,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
will come maybe in 2024, 25. We don't know.
Why 2020?
My time, just my time.
Oh.
And the Varane talks is still in the. What does Sancho bring to the table that wasn't in United?
For me, Sancho, my boy, skills. Greenwood, personally, yes, he has that samba, but for me, Sancho brings that flair. He's very, he's very fast. He's very, what you call it? He's very like, he can move. He's
good
very
on the ball.
skillful.
He's someone
very skillful on the ball.
And there are some players that
yeah,
do good on the ball.
Exactly, and his technical awareness, I've realized that it's very good. He's very good, and he can also play both sides, left and right. And you can also be able to know that a player like Sancho, if you give him the ball, he can assist as well. I saw from the video.
He's a good assistant.
He's a very good player. So a player like Sancho really is just gonna bring that flair. We just need that flair. We need that creative flair, because when Bruno disappears, when Pogba disappears, we cannot rely on Daniel James. Sometimes Rashford disappears, we cannot rely on Cavani.
Yes, Martial.
Martial also, there's speculations about he just is recovering from an injury, so we're not even sure, because he's not even in the training camp. So we're not even sure what's happening with Martial.
So you're going to win the league?
I can guarantee you right now we're gonna finish on top of Chelsea again.
How
You
many
can
times
finish
in a
on
row?
top of us. It's fine as long as we win the Champions League. You still come back.
So you're gonna win the Champions
Under
League
us.
again.
So you're gonna win the
Chelsea
Champions
going to win the
We
Champions
are going to win the Champions League.
Nah.
The league. We're going to do
The best you can win FA Cup. I
Is
give
that
you
true? Is that true? Nah.
Dude,
Nah,
are
he's
you-
not negotiating with Arsenal or something.
You know what you're saying, man? How can you say we? It's like saying Kaizer Chiefs will finish on top of Sundown.
No,
It's not possible.
Which Kaizer Chiefs are playing today at the CAF?
And they're gonna lose.
They're gonna win.
And they're playing
They are going to
Ahly, right?
Yeah.
They are going to lose.
That should be a
Al
mess.
Ahly clean sheet.
This is another prediction which has gone wrong for you again. I'm telling you, Chelsea 2-1. Nokovic, watch out. But anyway, back to
Okay, guys. Okay, thank you.
Chiefs.
Chiefs is
It's
winning.
not even a team, man.
Do you know why you're being so defensive about it? Because Sundowns went out. And we know you're a Sundowns fan. So there's that possibility of you hating.
We won the league.
Then we're gonna win CAF. We're gonna win CAF. Would you rather have a team? It's like Chelsea. Would you rather have a team that wins the Premier League, or would you rather have a team that wins the UEFA?
But who said you're going to win?
I'm saying we're gonna win.
Okay, guys. Okay, enough about that. Speculations for the upcoming season. Any?
Well, we are going to play Villarreal very soon in the Super Cup. We're going to smash.
Yeah,
That will be our
obviously,
first
obviously you're not gonna
Don't
play.
underestimate Valeria.
Nah.
We are not united.
I don't wanna go.
We
too
are
much.
not united.
No. Don't be biased about it, but don't
But we are not
underestimate
united.
Valeria.
We are not united.
All I'm
It's
saying
really
is don't.
Is Chukwueze back? Is Chukwueze back? Is he?
Who cares about what would Chukwueze do? What would Chukwueze
It's
do?
more about what can Emery do.
Who?
Which I know Emery in the past.
Emery from
Europa Cup winner. He's
Emery
not
from
an
Arsenal.
all-round winner.
Are you talking about Emery from Arsenal?
No,
Come on.
Emery from Sevilla.
Okay,
Come on.
guys.
Emery from Sevilla.
Kaizer Chiefs, no goal today.
Kaizer
Al
Chiefs.
Ahly, clean sheet.
Why are you looking for Egyptians or something like that? Come
Okay,
in there.
it's enough.
Guy.
I think let's call it a day. Let's call it a
Just because
show.
it's near Loftus.
It's a successful show. Are they playing at Loftus?
No, in
In Egypt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clean sheet. Al Ahly.
Thank you guys. So yeah, I think we can call it a day. I just want to bring us some football fun facts that I gathered up during the week. Did you know that the first game of basketball was played with a football?
Wow.
Very interesting one. And
That's nice.
and one more. I have one more for you. 80% of the world's football is manufactured in Pakistan.
Wow.
I don't think I'll dispute that.
And last but not least, Pele apparently was the first to call football the beautiful game.
Makes sense.
That's it.
That makes
Greatest
sense.
player of all time.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You guys can say what you want. He's the greatest.
And did you guys know that this gentleman called Arthur Warten is considered to be the first professional footballer in the world? First black professional footballer in the world.
Oh,
Wow, that's
so,
nice.
so
we'll display his picture a bit.
Where is he from?
Yeah, from the
Ghana, right?
so when during when
Well,
he
United.
From Accra.
He was born 1865 in Ghana,
Oh, okay.
and he played in England,
That's
New
nice.
Argentine. He was a goalkeeper.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he had some matches for even Sheffield, Rotherham Town, Dalton. That's actually interesting.
That's very interesting.
So that's it from us for today, guys. We appreciate you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to view the video. And from all of us in the studio, we say a big shout out and a big thank you.
Thank you very much.
Shout out, guys.
Shout out, guys.
See you next time.
And on we go. And now I know for sure how we keep it on the low. The story